Hi, hello. Today we're going to talk about the intention and psychedelics. On another video, we were talking about meditation and psychedelics, and it came together with this that we were going to talk today. The intention, it's something really specified and really clear in your mind that you need to have some guidance inside those states of the mind. Um, you can practice meditation for you to learn how to guide your thoughts, how to choose your thoughts or change your thoughts in the moment that you need it. Only living the experience through the body and not with the mind. That's what we try to meditate, and that's what we learn how to meditate. But when you have access to those states of the mind, you need a clear guidance, and that guidance is called intention. If you have a clear intention in your mind, then you can change those thoughts that you don't like instead of a clear intention. Um, why is it so important to have an intention? Not only on psychedelics, on your daily life. First, I want that you imagine that you wake up in the morning and you just ring your alarm, turn it off, you wake up, you go out of bed, go maybe to the bathroom, take a shower, and then you start to doing your activities. And that's your daily life. If you don't have an intention for that day, what is going to happen is that the day by itself is going to win every single battle in your life because you put yourself into the service of somebody else. But when you wake up and right before you do anything, you establish a clear intention for your day, then your mind and your body knows where to go. And I'm not talking about my intention is going to be saving the world. It could be, but maybe your intention for that day is so simple, and it's so simple like, mm, I want to have a lot of joy today. I want to have joy, really enjoy what I'm doing today. And maybe that's your intention for that day. And suddenly, like magic, everything on that day will teach you. I'm not going to say that everything is going to be joyful and you're going to be laughing all day. There's going to be moments on your day like that. But also, there's going to be moments where you need to learn how to be joyful. And maybe you're going to struggle with some situations that they will teach you how to be joyful. And if you have that on your mind, then you can learn that lesson and then you can apply it for the next time. But if you don't have an intention for your day, then everything will be overwhelming. Just like when you go into a psychedelic experience. Life is a psychedelic experience by itself, but we don't see it that way because we're used to it and we learn how to live in this life. So the intention is the power of the mind over the material. That's what we need to learn. And it is a really powerful tool. And it's so simple because it only requires your will and your thoughts. That's all that requires an intention. If you are making your breakfast and you have a clear intention that your breakfast is going to help you to be healthy, maybe, and let's say maybe because it is going to be like that, but let's going to see maybe what you're going to make will help you. Maybe, believe me, it's going to be like that. But if you are making your breakfast and you're thinking about your job, about all the activities that you need to do that day, then you're going to eat your breakfast. And the only thing that's going to happen to you is you're going to feel satisfied in your stomach, but that's it. That's it. Because you're using your breakfast just like a moment in your day that you need to do. And it's not on your mind that you are eating that breakfast in order to make you healthy. That changed everything. We're talking about the power of thoughts over material. It's real. It's real. It's not a spiritual joke. It's not like this bullshit, like blah, Mama Jamba things. No, no, no. It's real. We're talking about reality. Reality works like that. That's what quantum physics teach us. Remember that quantum physics says that behind everything that we call materia is this thing that we call energy. And energy creates the materia. It's maybe for some of us is crazy, but when you study, really study, you will see that that's true. This body that you can see is made of flesh and bones, but inside those there's molecules. Inside those molecules, there's little atoms. Inside those little atoms, there are electrons, protons, neutrons spinning around a nucleus that creates, that spinning around creates energy. And that energy creates that bones and flesh that we can see and feel and touch. So inside everything, every single thing that you can see and experience in this life, it's made of energy. Deep bottom, it's energy. And remember this. If that is true, that it is, because all that we have right now, all the technology that we live with, is based on quantum physics. So that's true. And Einstein teach us this huge equation, simple but huge. E equal mc squared. That means energy is equal to mass, speed of light squared. What it means is that everything that has energy also has materia, mass. That's what that equation means. So your thoughts are energy. And if you apply that equation to your thoughts, it nailed it. It is accurate. So the energy of your thoughts affects the material. That equation proves that. Quantum physics proves that. Your daily life, you start to practice that on your daily life, you will prove that equation. And not only that, you will be able to live that equation on your own body, on your own reality. That's why we need to take care about our thoughts. Your thoughts take care of your words. Your words will take care of your actions. See, that's the path. So going back, if you have a clear intention, then you will be able to guide your journey into those states of the mind. If you don't have a clear intention, then the state of the mind will be overwhelming and you're going to live the experience. Of course, you're going to live the experience because the psychedelic is so strong that you're going to live the experience. But if you learn how to put an intention and then live with that intention into those states of the mind, the experience will change, will be more accurate, and you will take the learning and the lessons that that psychedelic need to teach you, and you need to learn from that. I'm not saying that if you don't have an intention, the psychedelic per se is not going to work. No, no, don't misunderstand that. The psychedelic by itself will be bigger, and you will have a lesson for sure. But if you have an intention, then you can work with the psychedelic side by side and the experience will change. Um, how do I have a clear intention on my journey? What do you speak about when you say clear intention? For example, a bad intention is what am I doing in this world? That's a huge intention. And the psychedelic will show you a lot of answers for that little question because you can be whatever you want to be. And the medicine, that substance will teach you all those, will show you all the possibilities. And maybe you will see all that and you will came back after the effect of the psychedelic and you will see, okay, I see a lot of things. And maybe you will be a little more confused at the beginning. So that's never a good intention. A good intention sounds more like a more specific question, almost like a yes or no question. Because if you go that in that direction, then maybe the experience will show you and will give you the right answer. Imagine the psychedelic like the genie in the bottle, with you from the lamp and came out the genie, he can give you whatever you want. You need to be careful about what you speak because maybe you say, okay, genie, I want to everything that I touch became gold, and suddenly you touch yourself and you became gold. Ooh, the genie give you what you want. That's how you need to be careful with your words and with your intentions on those paths because that would happen. Not like you're going to be made of gold, but if you are confused and you said something confusing, then maybe the answers will be exactly the same confusing. So how does clear intention sounds like? For me, what I have learned through those years using and experience with these substances on me and with patients, I always start like this. What do I need to heal today in order whatever you want? Why it works? Because if I said, what do I need to heal today? then I'm very specific about now and something inside that I can recognize or not that maybe I need to heal. If I can say that clearly, then that intention will show me what do I need to heal today, not tomorrow, not in a month, not in a year, today. What do I need to heal today? And that always works better. That always works better. And try to make this intention so accurate that I, just like I said, maybe it's a yes or no answer, as simple as that, and made it a little sentence, not a full paragraph of intention with 20 questions. If you do that, what is going to happen through that experience is that you will forget everything. But if you make a little sentence, what is going to happen is that you will go directly. And when the experience becomes overwhelming, you can guide your thoughts and you can see, okay, this is overwhelming and I can feel it and I can see it with the visuals and the hallucinations and all the senses wake up. But then you will be able to say stop and remember your intention so clear, so short that you can say to yourself, I want, what do I need to heal today for whatever you're working for? And everything that is happening around you, it will stop and will guide you through that specific answer. So that's how it helps to have a clear intention. Because for some of us, suddenly the experience becomes really overwhelming. And remember, you're there by your own. It doesn't matter if you are around a lot of people or you're alone in a room or with a doctor or with nurses. That experience that you're living, anybody else is living. You're the only one who lives that experience. So if you don't have that clear intention, believe me, it will show you everything and you will learn, of course. But if you can be specific, then besides it's going to show you everything, it also will guide you to that specific answer. And it was like I said the last video and in the other video, that's your compass. If you're alone in a city that you don't know, you need a compass. You need a Google Maps, somehow to guide you. That intention will guide you. That will be your compass. That will be the point that you want to go, that you want to get. So if you ask in that space, okay, what do I need to heal? Believe me, the psychedelic will guide you directly to that specific answer. Maybe the answer that you're going to have, sometimes we don't understand, we don't completely understand, uh, because we have a lack of understanding with the mind. That will be our next video subject. But today, the only thing that I want that you try to work with is your intention. And think about that. What do I need to heal today for whatever you're doing, for whatever you're working, whatever you're struggling with? Um, Once that you can do that on psychedelics, maybe, just maybe, you can try to do that on your daily life. You don't have to wait to do some psychedelic to try that. If you try that on your daily life, when you wake up and do those 5 or 10 minutes of meditation, you put and you set a real clear intention for your day, you will see that everything that starts to happen around you on that day will guide you to that lesson, to that intention. And maybe when the reality becomes overwhelming during the day, you can remember exactly the same. Your clear intention. And then everything will show you again what are you going to do that day? What is your lesson for that day? And maybe you can apply that every single time in your life. When you prepare your meal, when you have a little chat with your wife, your boyfriend, your kids, your family, your partners, if you have an intention on everything that you do, believe me, life will change for you. Thank you, and I'll see you next video.